Okay, fish tank time. There's the tank right now. It's pretty dirty. I'm gonna be cleaning it up today and tomorrow. I'm gonna try and like freeze in on plants and keep the camera kind of still so you can see. All right, so there's just some like gentle but strong flow going on. Stems are just swaying a little bit. Stems in the back aren't moving too much. Everything looks pretty chill. That's what the surface agitation is like. It's a little stronger now because normally the outlets are submerged. Normally my water line is up to the bottom of this sensor, but I've just kind of been starving the tank for the past week because I turned the lights back up and I'm trying to starve most of this algae out. So that's what the surface agitation looks like with the water level down a little bit. The flow is exactly the same out of these two. The only reason it looks like that is because you're not going to be able to tell from the video. But the way I have the spray bar, the one side of the tank, the water level is a little higher here. Maybe you could see that. That's only about that much of a gap. Damn, that's a bigger gap. Probably can't tell from the video, but despite all of my fucking best interests, the water level still, the tank is still a little crooked. Because my whole fucking house is crooked. So then, alright, I'm back. I had to find a flashlight. So, I'll try and pick this up on the video as best as I can. This is the inlet, and the Aquael literature, instructions, whatever, say you should never change the inflow rate, only the outflow rate. I mean, that is exactly fucking halfway, bro. So that's exactly like half of its filtration, half of its flow rate, whatever. And this is the side that runs the reactor. So even with, this is a, I think it's a 24 inch, so yeah, it's a 2-foot reactor. The chamber, you know what I mean? The chamber is two feet. And even with the reactor and it being on half power, it's still fucking belting shit out. Second 2000, same deal. This one's also maybe a little more than halfway. So, the beginning of the video, I haven't changed the filters at all. It's now I'll fucking crank back on them. And, I really don't have a lot of light under here. I didn't notice that until just now. I don't know if you could hear it in the video, but and you see just from that, taking it from half to full, even just with one filter, I mean, Starro Purple back there is moving around. Those purple Bacopas in the back are starting to sway. Pink Crypts are kind of dancing around. So now let's do both filters cranked up. Things get pretty fucking crazy. I'm literally getting hit in the face with water right now. I'm sorry for how bad the tank looks. You can fucking tell. I really need to do some work on it today. So you can see there though, it's just fucking shooting out bubbles because of how hard the water's hitting the outflow's hitting the water surface. So the way you would be using it if you were using one of these to run the whole tank. Hold on, first let me put this back to where it was at. Slow that down. I'm going to keep this one on full blast that runs the reactor. And I'm going to unplug the right hand filter. So same deal. Now that they're both back to half. Flow is still kind of crazy up front. Like it's still pretty strong with one at half, and with this left hand canister on full, it's like, you know, the back plants sway around pretty nice, but it's just pretty strong for the shit in the front. You know, like when I had all that boost in Anubius up front, I couldn't run the filters that high. They were getting BBA, I think, from, you know, just like rich CO2 flow hitting them. Alright, so this is the right hand filter, so we'll stop that one. This tank's a fucking mess right now. Alright, so it's not going to look perfect because, you know what I mean? I don't know if you're going to have a spray bar or not. I don't know if you're going to have like a normal inlet outlet. You got to keep in mind that the holes in my spray bar are fucking way bigger than they would normally be on a spray bar because I was kind of trying to make it like less intense flow. Surface agitation over here is, you know, absolutely ape shit. And surface agitation on the side of the tank with no filter running is also pretty fucking ape shit still. That's a good picture right there. So how do things look on this side of the tank? Not completely still, even though no water flowing out on this side, just on that side. Where these two crypts are, this is almost the dead center of the tank, and they're still being buffeted around pretty crazy just from water on the left hand side up here going. So that's with one filter running. Dude, if I had the right attachments, I could probably, but I don't. I was gonna say I could switch them around and do like, you know, like lily pipe back here blowing out or pipe here going that way. I don't know. I might do that eventually. Try and get some attachments, and what I was thinking is have an inlet and outlet right here just for the reactor. Just for the left filter driving the reactor. So CO2 is kind of pushed this way, down and back to circulate it. And then have just one of these filters take the separator out and have just the right hand filter run the entire fucking spray bar. Because then I could get all the agitation from the spray bar, but not have as much problem with like plants being pushed around up front. fuck, I could probably do that today if I'm messing with the tank today or tomorrow. It's not like I have much to do right now. I just don't think I have the attachments, or I gotta dig out the stock ones that came with the Aquals. And then the only thing, right before the end of the video, we'll go over this. So this is the pre-filter compartment, and you would take these black latches off, just the sides and the front, not the back one. So you see there's black latches to hold the cover on, and then there's the gray latches under them. You can only take the gray latches off when the black ones come off, and the gray latches are like to take the whole head of the filter off, like when you're cleaning your media or whatever. So if you're just changing the pre-filter, you only take 1, 2, 3 the black latches down, and then kind of this whole, you can see it like where it's hinged and where it would lift up. This whole front part just lifts up on a hinge, and you have a square that's pretty much this entire length of the compartment. It's a massive like block of really coarse foam for the pre-filter foam, and it's fucking sweet, dude. Like it works a lot better than the Oases do. And it, obviously, you know, you don't have to fucking lift it straight up. It's only about that deep, so you know what I mean. With the Oase, especially the fucking Oase 800s, I think they're even taller than these Aqual. With the Oase, it's nice having that pre-filter, but you have to take the whole fucking canister out of the cabinet anyway, because you can't lift an Oase pre-filter up enough to clear the head of the canister and get it the fuck out. So the caveat with the whole, hey, cool feature, you can take the pre-filter out while the filter is running. So you can, but it doesn't work as advertised, bro. I was talking to somebody else about it, and I said the first couple times you do it, get like a big fucking Tupperware or bucket to put your canister in, because you kind of have to like figure out this sweet spot. So what you actually have to do, this is what I do to like clean the pre-filters. I don't do it when the filter's running. You shut while the whole canister's running, you shut the inflow off completely. You wait a couple seconds. Then you shut the outflow off completely. Then you unplug it. Then you lift this up and it won't flood or leak. That's really the only way I've been able to do it so far, man. And to be honest, like, I wasn't too worried about, I absolutely have to be able to clean these while the filters are running, because I don't really, I don't know, man. I clean my canisters enough that it's not like I have to go in there and keep cleaning the fucking pre-filter or anything. So I'm sure you definitely can clean the pre-filter while it's running. I just haven't messed around with it to find a sweet spot, because I don't like dragging buckets out to put canister filters in. Yeah, this video is probably going to take fucking forever to upload, but that's that. So then we'll go put these back to normal for now. Another thing that's really cool, this is how you would prime it. That's as much as it pulls up. So you just pull it up like that, and it literally, it fills the entire canister and starts, and then you plug it in once the canister's done drawing water. It's not like you have to like continuously pump it multiple times like on the Oases, which is a problem I don't think everybody with the Oases have had, but I did. Like every time I ran them, I had to fucking, I have to be like pumping on the pre-filter for fucking forever to purge all the air out. These filters purge air by themselves. As far as I can tell, it happens. They do it automatically, like, I think every day. I'm just normally not around to hear it, but they'll just go for like 10 seconds real quick, purge a bunch of air bubbles. And they don't do it more than every 24 hours. Like, look, even pulling on the pre-filter and just plugging it in to restart it. I mean, that's how quick it starts up. It's not belching a bunch of air. It's not sucking a bunch of air. It's super quiet. There's just this, like, barely noticeable hum that I can only hear when I have these cabinet doors open and I'm right next to the filters. All the noise you probably hear in the video is that fucking reactor. Because I'm pushing an enormous amount of CO2 through it to get to that fucking nice, wonderful pH drop while having surface agitation like that. So the reactor's kind of loud. But yeah, that's the Aquals. They're fucking sweet. So, like I said, if you did one of those Aqual for an entire, like a 4-foot long spray bar, or even if you did one for, like, you know, inlet, outlet going that way, or inlet facing this way, outlet facing this way, or if you did them both inlet and outlet on one side, and then did a skimmer on this, you know, like a strong skimmer or power head or something on this, I don't know, just for like more flow. But I definitely think 1-2000 would be enough for the whole tank. I don't know what the price of the 1500s is, like if you bought two 1500s too.